To me until Monday, but no, yeah, and then she never turned up, so I was all disappointed. And we're recording this. I'm supposed to be at my mother's place at breakfast, but I've got to say, listening to her sing, I'm glad I stayed, and meeting her is even better. So there you go, John. Thank you.
So she's here on the case now. You've been in Morocco,
Yes.
and you're basically on your way back to Canada, to Montreal, where you're living now.
Yep.
And you're supposed to be the last couple of days doing a gig with the Australian band Blue King Brown.
Yeah. I work with a collective in Montreal called Community Vibes, and just before I left, they were doing a show opening up for Blue King Brown, and I was supposed to be with them, but I had to change my flight because I couldn't get an American visa in time to come here. So, yeah, I had to go through Vancouver, but it doesn't matter.
So you thought you'd come to the Sunshine Coast and hang out, next to the Stokes family up on the hill.
Exactly.
It's like Hollywood up there. There's all these famous people up on that hill. If you listen to John, anyway. Now I know there's at least one there, and it's not him.
Now, the first thing when we met Sharon was, the first comment was, any snakes around here? Have you got over your fear of snakes yet?
Trying. I think so. I walked barefoot in the grass a couple times yesterday, so I think I'm almost there.
You're almost there until you actually see one, then you'll be back to where you were before.
I don't know if I should tell Sharon this, but this is true. Last night, sitting on the veranda, she visited the house with our neighbour, and I'm sitting there on the phone to my mum after dinner. This is a true story. And we've got two of the old-fashioned sort of upholstered chairs on the veranda, plus some canvas chairs. I'm sitting there talking to Mum. I look across to the chair, and coming out from the upholstery webbing underneath is a 5-foot carpet.
Oh, no.
My God.
You won't be getting me visiting you either, I'm telling you.
So without word of a lie, we've had a carpet snake living in one of the chairs on the front veranda.
Oh my! In the veranda that I was sitting in.
Exactly.
There you go. So
the
you've
chair.
dodged,
You were sitting in.
you've dodged the bullet there, Sharon.
Goodness gracious!
But look, getting away from snakes, just in Australia in general, what do you think of this place?
I absolutely am in love with it, and I have to leave on Friday, and I'm already trying to extend my stay here. I think people are absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Barbados, where I'm from, the weather and just the people, the openness, the friendliness, and the guys aren't bad looking either, so.
Yeah, especially the one you're sitting next to. I
saw she sort of grimaced when she said that, but what about yes, a bit of Australia? Like when John showed me the CD and the thing on the bio on you, which is impressive. I mean, it's Sharon. He said, no, it's Sharon. Well, if you're in Australia, it's either going to be Sharon or Shazza, isn't it?
Well,
has anyone called you Shazza yet?
Yeah, I get Shazza sometimes.
Oh, do you?
The funny thing is, I'm from Barbados, and in the Caribbean, we pronounce my name Sharon. So I pretty much grew up most of my life being called Sharon. But I got to high school, and I really, really wanted to be unique. So I changed it to Sharon, and I kind of forced people to call me Sharon for a while. And then I moved to Canada, and when I moved there, everybody's name was Sharon. So I decided it was probably better to go back to my roots and,
Well, isn't that's the exact opposite answer to the question I would have thought we got.
Exactly.
Exactly opposite.
You can never judge a book by its
Because,
cover.
in Australia there's lots of Sharons around and Shazzas, isn't there?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think of it? Do they have nicknames over there? Do they have nicknames in Barbados or in the States?
They totally, my family, they call me Sherry. All my friends, they call me Brooksy. That's my
Brooksy.
kind of-
Brooksy.
yes,
It's a good Australian
so-
term too, isn't
Yeah.
Shazza or
it?
Brooksy.
You come from a very large family too, don't you?
Yeah, a pretty large family. I have 3 brothers, and to go into cousins, aunts, uncles, and all that would be ridiculous. So, but it's a very large family.
Musical family?
Yes, very. My grandfather was a tenor at home in Barbados, and pretty much raised and born and bred in music. Yeah.
You've worked with some very interesting people as you travel around the world. You're just back from doing some gigs in Morocco for a few weeks, but I see that you've worked on an album with a guy called Bernard Purdy,
Yes.
who has been a drummer, I think, for Steely Dan, and also the drummer long-term for
Aretha Franklin and a whole host of other Motown, that is Motown's drumming legend right there, Bernard Purdy. I call him Uncle Bernie.
He's a good bloke?
He's an amazing person, very gentle, very kind, very, very honest, and he kind of took me under his wing when he was in Montreal, and I really, really appreciated that. It's kind of really important these days to have, the support of the older musical generation, because they have a lot of insight and a lot of good advice to give to us. So
I just forgot what I was going to say then. So I can edit this bit.
You're
out
stunned,
later on.
aren't you?
I'm
You're
just
stunned. You are stunned.
You just stun me every time I see you.
Well, can't we get her to sing something?
I've got something up and play off the CD.
Well, wouldn't it be just more impulsive if she just sang a couple of lines or
Is
something?
it too early in the morning for you to sort of sing something?
No,
Oh,
it isn't.
look,
What
she's
about
a
something-
look, you wouldn't ask that, but you just know she's naturally talented, don't you? So you know that.
Something, I don't know, whatever you want to do, but I like gospel. You do gospel at all, Sharon, or not? Or is
I
it-
was raised in gospel, actually.
Oh, right, there
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
where my roots are.
Yeah.
You never read the thing. I read it. I knew you did gospel.
Well, give us 60 seconds of something gospel-y, shall we say?
Something gospel. You call my name and I answer. You say how high and I go. Not knowing what's my treasure beyond that rainbow. 60 seconds?
It's not bad for 60 seconds. On the phone.
That's the only good idea I've had today. That was
At
beautiful.
5 in the morning, I think.
All right, so you're going to hang around here for a little while, but you might like to come back to Australia, I suppose.
I believe I'm going to try to come back in July, and I'm also trying to. I applied for a couple festivals here, so I'm waiting to get some responses.
All right,
and
so Byron Bay Blues Fest for next year, maybe.
yeah, hopefully, and the Dreamin'. There's another one I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Might
it's
be Woodford, perhaps.
yeah.
The
And
Woodford
then
Folk
there's a
Festival.
big blues festival as
That's the
well.
one at Byron.
Yeah,
All
right
right.
on.
Well, hopefully we'll be hearing more from Sharon Brooks.
Well, thank you for having
in this
me.
country. Pleasure, Sharon. Anything else you'd like to say to Sharon?
No,
before we go?
I'm stunned as well. So it's just been a pleasure meeting you, and that was lovely. Thank you,
Thank you
Sharon.
for
I
having
would
me.
never call you Shazza.
Hey, one thing we should touch on before she goes too. There's a big difference between Jamaica and the
Yes,
and
and
Barbados.
Barbados.
You come together though to play cricket.
We come together to play cricket. Yeah.
Do you
we
like
have-
cricket?
I love
Oh,
cricket. I'm
it's what
from
a the
Barbados.
perfect woman.
Have you heard
Where
about
was
the
Gl-
West Indies?
Yeah, what about Gordon Greenwich? Where was he
Oh
from?
my goodness.
He was from Barbados, was
I'm
he?
pretty sure. And you got like Brian Lara from
Yeah.
Trinidad, and yeah, we like Gary Silver, so that's
Yeah,
our guy right
yeah,
there.
he's a genius, wasn't
Yeah.
Sharon Brooks, thank you very much for coming in. Enjoy your time in Australia, and
Thank
we'll have a
you.
listen to something from Sharon right now on ABC Coast FM. Done. Sweet.
Sweet.
That was good. Let's let me save that.